If you felt weaker as you age, you are not alone. In fact, after the age of 50, people lose up to 20% of their muscle mass. But our next guest wasn't about to let that happen to her. Here's Denise Kirtley before she started her fitness journey. Here she is today to tell us how she did it. Please welcome to the show, Denise. Wow, what an inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So what was the moment that you realized that you needed to make a significant change in your lifestyle?
Yes, so, about age 45, everything changed for me, like so many midlife women. And I gained about 50 pounds over the course of 5 years. And as I was approaching 50, I actually had 2 doctors tell me that I needed to lose weight for my health. I'd become pre-diabetic. I felt like garbage. I was exhausted all the time, the typical midlife story. And even that didn't make me change. It was one day I had to take off my wedding rings because they no longer fit me. And there was something about that moment. It was so real to me in that moment. And it was painful. And that pain really is what made me make a change. The next week I started weightlifting and tracking macros. And I've been doing it ever since. It's been 4 years now.
Okay. I need to find out what specific diet plan did you follow and what did you find worked best for you? Talk to me about macros. I don't know about it.
Okay, so macros basically, I love it because it's also called flexible dieting. So it's not low carb. What you do, macros stand for macronutrients, which are protein, carbs, and fats. So you get a number of those designed for you to help you meet your goals. And you just simply track those. And usually there's a higher number of protein grams because in midlife and beyond, if we want to build muscle, we have to eat more protein to retain it for muscle. And it's really nice because you can really fit in the foods that you like. You want to eat healthy, but it's not about deprivation. I think it's very sustainable. It's the only thing that's worked for me, and I've tried every single diet known to man over many years. And this is, for me, a lifestyle now.
That's good to know.
All right, Denise, so the gym can be intimidating for some people. You started going when you turned 50, so how did you overcome that initial fear? Because I see new people at the gym all the time, and I want to go up to them and say, man, you're doing a good job, but I got shamed on the show for saying that, so I don't do that.
First of all, I want to tell you, if you're a midlife woman, you belong in that weight room. I think that is the first thing. I think it is scary, but I think if we want to make a change in midlife, we have to be willing to be uncomfortable. It takes us to do that. We have to be able to do that. I actually started working out at home first. I was not an athlete, by the way. I had never lifted weights in my life. 27 months from when I started, I stepped on the stage as a bodybuilder. Whoa. Anybody can do this. But you have to be willing to give it a try. And the more that you do it, every day it gets a little bit easier. And I think starting out at home is a really valid way, right? You get used to the weights. And then by the time you end up in a gym, I started training in a gym 9 months later, I felt more confident.
Denise, I'm just so happy that you're talking about all of this. So what advice do you have for women who are new to weightlifting and to Jeff's point, they do feel intimidated? Is there anything that they can do in the privacy of their own home, in their own home, like you just said?
Absolutely. I think it's just about, you have to meet yourself where you're at. So it just depends on how you feel and the state of your health. Maybe you want to start with resistance bands. Maybe body weight movement. If you're feeling a little bit more like you can do a little bit more, start with some dumbbells. But I think you start where you're at and you start to build that foundation of strength, and you're going to be amazed over a short period of time really how much you can progress. Wow. And like I said, I started from almost 200 pounds. I felt like garbage. I pushed myself. But if I'm able to do it, any midlife woman can do this.
I started weightlifting right at
I love it. We only have 30 seconds, so I want to get this question in because I'm sure a lot of people are looking at you and hearing your story and they're very inspired, but they're saying, I have some physical limitations. I have arthritis. So what tips do you have for people that may have a body that's, not 100% or maybe hurting?
No, again, I think you meet yourself where you're at. I actually have arthritis in both of my knees, mildly. But what I will tell you is as I lost weight, it took pain off my joints. So I do believe that as you go through this process, these little wins, you're going to start to feel better. You're going to be able to do more. And again, maybe you start with body weight, right? Maybe you start with walking. Maybe we don't even start at weights. If you're really in a place where you can't do more than that, you just start walking, you get your body moving, and that's going to give you momentum to do more.
And good old push-ups and jumping jacks.
Pushing ups are good. They
yes.
are really, really.
Are you doing the pushing ups?
For sure.
Denise, this has been really helpful, definitely inspiring. DBL viewers, if you are looking to get into shape, Denise is offering a 7-day free trial on her app. Just go to her website, rebellionbody.com. I love that, Rebellion Body.